The primary function of design is to really hook someone into picking up a book and buying them and actually wanting to read what's inside of it. It's getting a specific idea or a concept to someone else, not in words, but through colors and shapes and texture. It's visual storytelling. There are different ways that we can choose the right cover. First, we have to understand who the audience is, and then whether we choose to go for an illustrator or we choose to design it ourselves, we have to stay on top of what's going on in the market, what's on trend, but at the same time, we need to see things that inspire us personally. It can be as simple as just graffiti on the wall. It's just finding inspiration in the little things around you. When it comes to techniques, it really depends on the designer and how they prefer to work. I definitely like to read the manuscript first. I like to go into it and get the tone of the book, understand how I want the cover to appeal to an audience member. If I want them to have the same reaction that I did, then I have to really understand what the author is trying to tell us through the story. I love seeing design that have a twist, mostly, that are concept-driven, that aren't just something that's pretty, but there's meaning behind it, there's significance. Traveling Cat, this was a special gift edition, and to show the traveling aspect of the story, we had traditional Japanese marbling pattern and we incorporated cats within the marbling. The greatest pleasure is working in such a creative field and with people who push you to be creative and push you to do things that sometimes you wouldn't be able to do in another field or in another studio. We create several visuals, and then we go through iterations of finding the right colors, the right typography, the right compositions. We show them to the entire company, and then once that direction is chosen, it gets refined to the final cover that we see today in stores. When you see a cover and there's a specific typeface that's been used, or there's a specific photograph that usually wouldn't work, but because that designer used it in a certain way, it just blended it so perfectly to create the perfect cover.